Hybrid Holy Cross. What is it like? What do we do? Here's 4 people explaining their experiences with Hybrid Holy Cross, their schedule, and what they do. Here first is Maddie Folks.
I wake up at around 7:50 for school. Once I'm up, I go brush my teeth, and then I come back for my first class. Once I'm done my first class, I have study hall, so normally I will do my homework from my first period, and then I will watch a show or a movie and go eat breakfast. After lunch, I get up and I go finish the rest of my school day.
Next up, we have Ellie Hall explaining her schedule.
It doesn't matter. But, so what's like the first thing you do when you get up? And what time do you get up?
I get up around 5:30.
Ooh.
Yeah, I get up early. I like to start my day early. And then what do I do? I go on my phone. I look at all my like Snapchat stuff. You know, all the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I get some water and like read if I have time, or I watch TV. And then I pack my bag the night before because I wake up super early, so I just want to be like ready. And then I get dressed in whatever I'm wearing, pack my lacrosse bag, and then I wait for my ride because I have a car full. So I have to wait for that. And then it takes like 15 minutes to get to school, so not too long, although sometimes we're late, but whatever. And then once I get to school, I drop my lacrosse stuff off in the locker room, go to class, finish class, go to my next class because it's like a 15-minute break, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then I go to my next class, usually because that's the normal schedule. Right?
Yeah.
Then I go to lunch. I find somebody to sit with. It was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then oh, sorry. I almost blew up my house. Then I go to my next class, and I go to my class after. Depends if I have study hall or not. I do homework. And then after school, I get ready for lacrosse. So I go to the commons, hang out there until I have to get changed. And then I go to the field early, go to practice. After practice, I come home, I eat, I do homework, go to sleep.
All right. Perfect.
And
Your at-home schedule? So when you're like online?
usually I'll wake up same time, maybe a little later, and then I'll work out around. I try to start around like 7 because school's at 8. So I do that, and then I get dressed, I make breakfast, and then I go to school. And during like breaks, I go hang out with my sister, and during lunch too.
Yeah.
I hang out with my sister. And then I go back to school, and then I do homework after. Well, I guess now we have lacrosse starting, so
True.
I'm gonna go to lacrosse.
Next, we have Kayla Norris.
Yes, go.
Okay. So when I'm in person, I usually wake up around like 6:30, and then I'll get ready for school, eat, do all that, and then I'll leave my house around 7:15 or 7:10, and then get to school at 7:40, and obviously have classes from 9 to 2:30, and then I'll have lacrosse now from 3:15 to 5:15, and then straight after that I go to track from 5:15 to 6. And then I'll come home, eat dinner, shower, and then do homework till probably like 10, 11, depending on how much I have. And then go to sleep.
Nice. So you're not getting a total 8 hours of sleep?
Definitely not.
Nice.
Definitely not.
Okay. Now let me hear your online virtual schedule.
Okay. When I'm virtual, usually I'll go to the gym in the morning at like 5:30.
Oh my gosh,
Or,
my
like,
gym just
5
opened up. My gym just finally opened up, so I don't have to do the day passes anymore. Let's go.
Good,
I know.
finally. Okay, yeah. So I'll probably do a class at the gym in the morning and then come home, shower if I have time, and then school from 8 to 2:30, and then go to lacrosse, and then have track, and then come home, and then it's basically just the same as my in person. So
Lastly, we have Maggie Rose.
So for virtual,
What time
I
do
have
you wake
Monday,
up?
Tuesday, virtual. I get up like 5 minutes before class. I go to first period, usually tired, but like still I'm like at my desk. I'm not in my bed doing it like a good student.
Valid.
Yeah. So I usually go to first period without like any breakfast or anything. And then in between the two periods, I usually get a cup of coffee to wake myself up. Go to second period. Second period's normal. At lunch, I'm usually doing homework for other classes because I have an hour free. On my purple days, I have study hall right after. So sometimes I'll have lunch then study hall, so it'll be super long. So Callie and I will go on like a run or something, only for virtual days. And then, or on my purple days, I'll have fourth period, which is Spanish, best class ever.
Wait, isn't that third period?
Yeah, on my purple days when I don't have study hall. Usually I have study hall on my purple days, and then on my white days I'll have Spanish.
Love her.
Best class ever. I enjoy my Spanish class. That's just normal online on my computer at my desk. And then in the 15 minutes between that, I'll probably be on my phone. And then go to fourth period. And then I usually have a sport afterwards. So it will either be lacrosse or field hockey. And on my virtual days, I'll just go right after school. And okay, now my in-person days. In person, I get to school like 5 minutes before my first class. I either have ceramics or math this first period. I'm usually a lot more awake at school because I wake up like an hour before school rather than 5 minutes. I'll have my first period class, and then in the 15 minutes is usually talking with friends and transitioning to classes just because it's so much longer to walk to classes now. Then I'll do second period, and then I'll text my friends asking where we're eating lunch. We'll figure out where we're eating lunch, or if it's in a designated spot, we'll go to that. We eat lunch. Then I'll have my third period class, and that's just normal in person. Then I'll transition to my fourth period, which is also just normal in-person class. I mean, with all the COVID restrictions, like being spaced out and having your mask on all day. And then I'll wait in the student commons for my sport, and then I'll just go to sport practice.
All right. And then what time do you go to bed?
I was the worst person to interview for bedtime.
I know this.
I go to bed really late, like unhealthy. Like recently, I've been going to bed pretty early for me, which is 1 o'clock. But like usually I'll go to bed at like 3. Yeah, I told you, I'm legit the worst person to ask for bedtimes. And it really doesn't differentiate between virtual or in person. I always go to bed late, so.
This was Holy Cross hybrid students explaining their schedules.